Welcome back. It's been a little while, but we are finally back. I'm excited. We got another set of 3 panelists on the table today. It's me, Brian. I am the host. I'm excited to bring you guys back. We've been off for a little bit, but I'm sure this episode will make up for it. Joining me today on the panel is Keanu.
How are you
making
doing?
his second
Second
show. And then our debuter, is that a word? I think it's a word.
Yeah,
it is now.
I think so.
Angelo, would you like to introduce yourself? I don't need to introduce you.
I'm Angelo. I'm happy to be here. You want
to give like a little major, maybe where you're from or something?
I'm a sports communication major. I'm from Myrtle Beach, originally from Pennsylvania. I do the Extra Point, another show for Tigervision. So I'm just happy to be here. I've been waiting to get on the show for like three-ish weeks now. So I'm glad it's all working out.
Probably 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. Like I said, it's been a long time, so I'm trying to like click back into the rhythm of things. So to start off, we always have, which to me is my favorite segment, but I got to rethink of a topic now. So it is Let's Be Real. This is where we give our hot takes, our really hot opinions that people might not agree with completely. So I can't think of any of you got a hot take. This time I'm going to give it up to you guys.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right, I'm going to let Keanu start off. He always has a great hot take, and I got to think of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Let me paint the picture for you. You just got home from a long, stressful day, either at work or at school. You take your shower, you're getting ready for bed. Me personally, I don't need a pillow to sleep. And furthermore, I don't sleep on my back. I sleep on my stomach.
How is that comfortable for you?
Because like when you're laying on a pillow, all right, the pillow is like a mountain, okay? So your neck realistically is like at a curvature. So I don't know how that would be very comfortable, especially because you're supposed to have like a good night of sleep. So like me just laying flat without my head being like elevated in any type of way, it just makes it more comfortable for me.
I guess for you that it's just weird. Like
I'm trying to like think about it in my head and how I just
like I've woken up before at night because my head is uncomfortable being just flat. I'm
yeah,
like
exactly.
there.
Wouldn't that like
your neck's kind of cockeyed?
pain?
Like are you face first or are you?
Yeah, like suffocating
Nah, that's
yourself?
crazy. That's crazy.
I say like do you see?
Nah.
So you sleep on your stomach,
Yeah.
but then you have your head to the side. Like this.
Yeah.
Do you
Why
ever
you look like that?
Don't you ever get like a cramp or like a?
No, I wake up perfectly fine every day.
Do you
Every
twitch?
day.
Is it like I need the colder side so you like shift over? Like
No. Once I'm out like a light. Let me tell you.
you never moved? You nothing?
Well, I'm sure I move because I mean, who doesn't move in their sleep?
It's true.
But me personally, I just like to lay flat. Knock off the socks, turn the cover up. Sometimes I even sleep with a robe and a cover. Because it'd be like 67 degrees in the house. So I gotta put the robe on, put the blanket over me, and just lay down, man. Just go to sleep. I don't need a pillow. The pillow is unnecessary.
I know opening this topic, I said we wouldn't agree with it, but I was not expecting that.
I was
that
not.
I was like, that was not what I was.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah,
I've never heard of somebody sleeping that way.
Don't need a pillow, man. I feel like you suffocate with a pillow, especially the way that you lay. So like, how do you sleep? Do you sleep on your back, your side, or your stomach?
I sleep everywhere.
You sleep everywhere.
I just switch.
Yeah,
One night
I
I'll
do
start on my back.
Sometimes I do back, sometimes I do side.
I'll start on my back. I used to sleep when I was
alternates.
younger. I used to sleep like face first. I mean, not face, but like stomach first, and then like your face to the side. And then other times I've slept on my left side, my right. Like I switch it up each night, but I never without a pillow. It just doesn't seem right.
Exactly. Like
A pillow just makes it.
There's no like comfort
It's like you're sleeping on a
for your
cloud.
neck or your head.
But I mean, if your mattress is good enough, you don't need to. You don't need the pillow.
I kind of do because like where I sleep, I always sleep like closer to the top, so I'm by the spring, like the edge of the frame.
But why are you sleeping so far up to the frame?
So I just like to sleep on my pillow. Like I want to be. I don't want to be covered like deep into the sheets. I want to be up. I want to be breathing.
You want to be hanging off the bed a little bit.
Like me personally, I have 3 pillows. So like
that's wild. That's
yeah, you got one in the back, you got 2 in the back, and then you got the one main one, and that's your main support system right there.
Kind of like a hotel.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the hotels have like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You
See,
sleep
like
close
4 or 5 is a
No, no, I
little
got one.
excessive. 4 or 5 is a little excessive, but 3 is like the perfect amount.
It's like those couples that always like, you know how the stereotype is that the woman has like 6 pillows and
Yeah.
the guy has 1.
Yeah.
It's like this big.
I don't even need a
See, he
pillow.
just doesn't even need
I don't
one.
even
He doesn't need
pillow.
the one.
Because look, if I have
A woman can have them all.
literally when my pillow is on my bed, when I wake up, the pillow is on the floor. So I mean, I don't know how it got there, but that's why I just don't need it.
Is it more comfortable when you?
Yeah, I mean, I can sleep perfectly fine.
I mean, like with a pillow. Have you been comfortable with a pillow?
I mean, I feel like I'd suffocate, and I don't want to be
suffocate.
I don't want to be optalicious in my sleep.
But how would you suffocate? Because you sleep with your head to the
I'd find
to
a
the
way.
side.
If you know me, I'd find a way to suffocate myself in my sleep.
you turn it around.
I mean, considering the pillow falls off your bed every time, then I mean, I don't.
That's what. So
Honestly,
doubt
I would
it.
be
I
more
don't doubt
scared
it.
to be suffocated by like the sheet. Like, have you ever turned so much that you get caught in the sheet?
Yeah.
I've done that before. Like that one scares me. Where I would see if.
And then I'm like
but you do sleep
tied
with
up.
comforters, right?
no, 100%. That's just
okay.
outrageous.
I'm about to say.
That's
That's
outrageous.
yeah. Okay.
I was like that's gonna be a little much.
That's outrageous.
We could keep talking about this for a while. But
I mean, we probably could.
we probably like this is very shocking news. But I'm gonna go off. I have a hot take. I just thought about it. My last one was about waffles. Angela, I don't know if you heard. I thought that waffles were better and pancakes were better without syrup or butter. That was my hot take. We can talk about this later, but I have another breakfast hot take. I am a guy that really, for some reason, has a lot of hot takes about breakfast. And my one today involves cereal. I cannot eat cereal with milk, like in the bowl. I do like dry cereal, have milk on the side, or I have cereal. The only cereal I can do with like milk in it is chocolate. But even then, if it's too long, the cereal gets soggy to me.
That's not even cereal at that point. That's just a snack.
So what makes cereal?
The cereal is the cereal in the bowl with the milk and the spoon.
So what do you call it when you just? What do you call the box then? Like, isn't that cereal?
A box snack.
A box.
I
snack.
mean,
A box snack, pretty much. You're crunching. The whole
because
purpose.
you're not really like it's not really like a meal at that point because you just have the cereal. You're not adding anything to it. It's just.
It's like having chicken nuggets or tenders or fries. Like, if you have that meal, you're eating it with your hands or you're eating it.
That's not breakfast food though.
What would you count as breakfast food? Think about eggs.
Food at breakfast?
Think about eggs.
I mean, cereal, because you can have that at like any time of the day, you know?
Yeah.
So like, is it really a breakfast food?
Theoretically, it's more associated with breakfast.
But is it though?
In my household, it is.
Well, I mean, like I think of it breakfast, but we also have cereals for dinner.
Yeah, like last night I had cereal at like 8 p.m.
Okay, what's the best cereal though?
Crave. I had that here. That's really good.
I'm a cinnamon toast crunch guy.
I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I also like Frosted Flakes.
Crave
Frosted Flakes is
Frosted
really
Flakes is good.
Frosted
Crave?
Flakes is up there.
To me, Crave is like the newest fashion to me, just because it's new.
I've never had Crave.
It's like little. It's almost like little pockets, like rain, like bear cereal with chocolate in the middle.
Is it like
it's really good.
What's it? It's those little square cereals. I forgot what they're called.
You're talking about the cinnamon
Where?
Or,
Wheaties? Maybe?
There's a lot of square cereals.
I forgot what it's
Yeah.
called. I can't think of the name now.
Captain Crunch?
No, it's
Because that's what they're more like. They're more like
Yeah,
Captain Crunch,
yeah.
like that size, and then you just have
Oh,
chocolate.
okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking
They had
about.
it at core like once.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Those are
Now
pretty
that's my new fave. My traditional cereal, I could go down with usually Fruit Loops or Cheerios. I like that.
Cheerios is like a solid like. Who doesn't like Cheerios? You know.
Cheerios is a good base.
Yeah, exactly.
But Apple Jacks comes in from the left.
Oh, that's
Apple
true.
Jacks is good.
I haven't had that since I was like 10.
Dude, Apple Jacks hits on.
Any cereal that's in the shape of a circle is good. Think about like the Oreo Cheerios.
Yeah.
I've had those.
No, I've never had those.
Or Reese's Puffs, but they're a cereal. They're not.
I
Cereal.
hate peanut butter.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I
Tell us that.
hate peanut butter. It just doesn't sit well with
So
me.
you don't like anything with peanut butter in it?
No.
Not like one thing.
No, peanut butter.
Because like I don't like blueberries, but I like a lot of like blueberry
No,
stuff.
I can't stand peanut butter. Like I ate so much peanut butter and jelly as a kid. It just ruined it for me now. I don't eat peanut butter.
It's just that's interesting.
Yeah, it just doesn't sit real well with my stomach.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. If you ever get a chance though, if you want to try Reese's Puffs, they're pretty good.
No,
they are.
Never.
They actually are.
They are. They
Never
are.
in a million.
They're
years.
not
Or
underrated
like
cereal.
Reese's Cups. Oh.
They were so good. Remember when they first had the Reese's Puff commercial with the
Yeah.
kid that rat?
Reese's
Dude threw like
Puffs,
10
Reese's-
bars and left. Like
He
just
did.
dipped. Like that
He
was
did.
it.
I had that like memorized in my brain as a kid. Like I just like go out and sing it randomly. But now like it's in the back of my mind. You know, I'd have to pull it out.
They're so underrated too.
They are.
No one really talks about it as much. They're good. They had good commercials. They had good advertising.
Yeah.
Their taste was phenomenal. Like
They had everything.
they just kind of fell off, I guess, because they never like produced a new.
Yeah, after because it was like they had all those commercials, but then like where'd the marketing go after that?
That's true.
I haven't heard of it in like 8 years.
Me neither. I don't know. I just had it for the first time a few days ago. Anyway, Angelo, you have a hot take for us?
Well, since we're on the topic of food, I'll say a hot dog is considered a sandwich in my opinion. Because you have the bread, and then you have the meat in the middle, you know, and that's technically a sandwich, or you could say it's not a burger, but like, I mean, a burger is literally the same thing. It's just a hot dog is vertical, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
you know?
So you think?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what
though?
you're saying.
You understand, though.
But don't you think it would be more of like I think we had this talk earlier about a sub, and I don't know if you were on. We were talking about the difference between a sub and a sandwich. Is it the same? Is it not? How do you see it? Do you see hot dog?
No,
I would
absolutely.
Because like
No, it's actually, it's sub and a sandwich are different, I feel like. Because, like, I can have a ham sandwich, but, like, a sub, like, Subway sub, that's a whole different thing.
But what makes it
different
different?
ball game.
Because like I'm thinking of like a hot dog. A hot dog,
Because-
shape-wise, like the way it's set up and everything, looks more like a sub.
Yeah, like, okay, then I would say that. Then a hot dog would be a sub,
But then you
but
start
not
thinking,
a sandwich.
What's the difference between a sub and a sandwich, though?
Because when you talk about subs, so you have the sandwich, you know,
Subway's like this.
bread. You have your bread.
Yeah.
Like, say you're making a ham sandwich. Bread, ham, cheese, bread, right?
Yeah.
But when you're talking about a sub, you're not talking about stacking from the ground up. You're talking about like putting it all down the center.
Yeah.
And like Italian bread or something, not like wheat bread, you know?
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
So the only difference really is that it doesn't get cut all the way through. Because think about Subway. Like you say it's a sandwich. I mean, they stack it from the bottom up. It's just the only difference is it's connected at the back. And you start talking, it doesn't become a taco. That was a really weird way of saying that. I said taco.
Definitely not a taco. Definitely not a taco.
I feel like a sandwich is classified from bread working its way up to the ceiling. All right.
Yeah.
Now, if you have if a hot dog and a sub is going from left to right, okay, and at that point, I don't think it's a sandwich anymore. I just see it as like a sub, because you're not gonna. When you take a sandwich, okay, and it's up this way, and you flip it over and you try to eat it from this, you're tasting nothing but bread at first, okay? And at that point, eating a sandwich this way is not a sub. It's still a sandwich. So regardless if you turn the sub over and eat it this way, it's not a sandwich at that point because originally it was a sub. You see what I mean? Like,
Kind of like.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Now think about this. So you said that when you eat a sub, it's sideways, right?
yeah.
But when you turn a sandwich and you eat it, it's sideways. It's the same shape.
But
bread.
it's still connected though. On this back hand, this back part right here, okay, off the left, off the
Yeah.
edge, it's still connected.
So
with
when a
that
sub
bread.
breaks, it
Like the
becomes a
hand
sandwich.
placement.
Yeah.
The hand
It's like
placement
a-
is key.
Yeah, so once you slice that piece right there, and it's half, and you got that top bun right there, then it's a sandwich.
It's like graduating to a sandwich.
Yeah.
It's like a sub is a high school kid and the sandwich is the college.
It matured
Yeah.
into what it was supposed
Yeah.
to be.
I would agree with that.
It matures into what it's
So
supposed to be.
a sub is essentially like a calf to a cow,
Yeah.
or to a baby
Yeah.
to a person.
It's practically an infant to
Dude, that's crazy. Think about that. Like we are the gods of sandwich. Oh, that sounds so weird, but we're like the gods of sandwich. We put together the pieces to make a sub,
Yeah.
and that sub grows into a sandwich when it rips apart.
Look,
That is crazy.
what's your
Evolution.
best sandwich though? Like build your sandwich from the ground up.
I'm a simple person.
Okay.
Because I haven't really ventured out that much. It's just bread, turkey, cheese, lettuce,
Oh, you're a
mayonnaise.
turkey guy?
Turkey.
I like turkey.
I like turkey, but I also like.
I like turkey, but I'm a ham guy. Honey ham.
I'm a jerk chicken type of guy, with a pepper jack cheese. Let me tell you, bread. Okay.
Which bread? I do Italian.
Yeah.
I like Texas toast.
Oh.
Ooh, that's good. That's
Toasted too. Texas toast toasted with a little bit of butter in the middle. You get some mayonnaise, you get some mustard, then you get some hot sauce. You always
mustard, no.
you always put the condiments on first.
Like the bread?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you put the condiments
Always,
on the bread.
always.
You never put the
No,
condiments on the
no.
lettuce or the
Because then it'll
vegetables.
start
would
like
just think about-
leaking out of the sides, and
Yeah.
then it just turns into a whole.
I think about it more as
Obviously,
putting it
I
on
like
the
my
bread.
sandwich a little bit juicy.
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
I want it spilling out the buns, but
But like not
just-
too much. Not too much.
What do you?
Just enough, just enough. I like to have that. I like it to have like a little bit on my hands right there. So I go, ooh, I get enticed. Ooh, take it for a date. Like, how you doing, babe?
That's that too. It's like
Yeah,
you're licking it off, and you're like.
I'm not gonna lie. And then on top of that, I be having a little chip on the side too. So
Oh yeah.
You can never have a
can't-
sandwich without chips, man.
Wait, but do you put like? Have you ever put chips on your sandwich?
Oh, that's God tier.
yeah.
That is
yes.
so good.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's S tier, 100%.
Because like you gotta leave some chips on the side, like just for after. But then you also gotta take some chips and put it on the sandwich.
Okay, what
or
type
else-
of chips? What type of chips though?
Do you ever do sun chips? Or like
I
barbecue?
mean,
that's
barbecue
devilish.
Lay's?
I
chips is
I've used barbecue a lot of the times. I've used barbecue a lot
sounds
of the
good.
times.
I like the jalapeno.
Barbecue's really good.
The jalapeno.
Ooh,
ones.
jalapeno.
I've never had those.
Yeah.
I've had the jalapeno sun
Jalap-
chips. Those are good on.
Jalapeno chips in general, amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
100%.
Amazing.
But then what's the bev? What's the bevy?
Depends on the day. I used to go Sprite. Then I used to go root beer.
Really?
See, I don't,
Every once in a while, it's lemonade.
see, I don't drink.
always
I don't
lemonade.
drink soda, so like it's probably like a Gatorade
It's always a lemonade.
or a
pink
lemonade.
A pink
I'm a lemonade, Gatorade, and water guy. Strictly and juices, apple juice, orange juice.
Maybe a sweet tea on a Sunday.
I'm not a
I'm not a big
tea
sweet tea
guy.
You
I'm not a
both
tea
heathens.
guy.
We had this
Yeah,
talk last week. The last time we were not a big sweet tea.
Yeah,
We're not big sweet tea people.
I'm yeah.
But
But what type of vegetables on the sandwich though?
lettuce.
Just lettuce?
What do you consider?
told you I'm a simple guy.
A vegetable or a fruit?
I think it's stupid for tomato to be a fruit. And let me tell you why. Because think about any fruit that you could possibly have, okay? You got an apple, you got a banana, you got a kiwi, watermelon. All those are sweet. All those are succulent.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yes.
You bite into it and you feel revived. You're not biting a tomato. You're not biting a tomato and saying, that's good. And if you do,
I could though.
Oh,
I could though.
Oh, my,
I don't, but I could.
Hey, anybody out there that eats tomatoes whole, you're going straight down under. That's crazy.
Then answer me this: what do all those fruits that you named have in common?
They taste good.
They have seeds. What does a tomato have?
What does a green bean have?
Are there seeds in green beans? I thought it's pods like peas. That's what green bean is.
Odd.
When
But
you
is it-
when you put it in the ground, it still grows.
See, it's
That's
very conflicting.
That's how I feel.
It's real. I think it really just comes down to like what do you want to identify it as.
Oh God.
But like
It's like you're dividing in
identify it.
sides.
I would say it's a vegetable. I would say it's a vegetable.
I would
Because it feels like I mean, even though fruits are still healthy, it feels like just like I don't know, it has that vegetable feeling. Like you always have it with other vegetables like your lettuce and all those things.
That's
so
true because if you look at like a pepper or a pumpkin, aren't they vegetables? And when they first come out, they have a tough outside with like a not so sweet, juicy inside. It's not. I feel like those are all kind of
Exactly.
like in the same way because you can eat the inside, but it's not like
Yeah.
someone's gonna be there like, ooh, I want like pumpkin
Like no-
nuts or whatever they're called. Like,
exactly.
but they have seeds. Like they have
do.
seeds.
Sure.
I think I'm on the vegetable side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would-
I think we're all.
I would be on the vegetable
yeah,
side with the tomato.
we're all in agreement.
But I'm not
like a
putting it on
fruit.
the sandwich though.
No matter what fruit it is, you can eat it by yourself. Tomato, you can, but
I don't know why you would though.
like I don't know. The only ones that you really eat by yourself is a vegetable. Well, I guess you can eat all of them by themselves.
Wait, so you wouldn't put a tomato on your sandwich?
No, absolutely not.
I don't like the juice.
That's outrageous.
That's crazy.
That's outrageous, man.
You don't what?
No, the only tomato that I will put on a sandwich
BLT?
anytime, I'll put it on a hamburger. That's the only thing I'll put
So
it
you
on.
don't like BLTs?
I don't eat them often.
I've seen people put it on hot dogs. I'm not.
Tomatoes on hot dogs?
What?
That's crazy.
Like the cut up ones, kind of like in the.
Well, I don't
shape,
know
like
what
cubes.
all is going on in that hot dog though.
I don't know. Like I'm a bigger hamburger person than a hot dog.
Yeah,
I don't like.
I'm
hot
not.
dogs.
I'll only eat hot dogs at a baseball game.
I don't even care where they come from. Like people are like, oh, it's because it comes from certain stuff. Like no, I just don't
No,
like
they're
hot
just
dogs.
not good. They're just not that good.
I think they're overrated.
They're very overrated.
I don't know, man.
Very
a good hot dog goes crazy.
Only when you're
No,
at a baseball game.
a really good one does.
that's true,
go
though.
crazy.
I mean, mayo, mustard.
But see, I don't
it's
put
so
that. I
hard-
don't put that much on.
But
I just put ketchup.
Nah.
that's me.
Yeah.
Nah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Are you American?
Yeah.
No.
I just put ketchup on.
Put just ketchup?
Yeah. I mean, I'll put some honey mustard, maybe mustard.
Honey mustard?
I don't like mustard at all. So like,
I like honey mustard.
That's crazy.
Mustard's
no-go
eh.
for me.
I can only do mustard if it has ketchup with it. I don't know why. It's just mustard's too much.
Like I can have like mustard on like my McDonald's cheeseburger with like ketchup and stuff.
Yeah.
It just blends well. But like just having mustard on a hot dog, nah.
I mean, you gotta put chili on the hot dog too, though.
That's true.
I would put yeah.
I'm not a big
put-
chili
yeah,
person.
yeah.
I'm not big on chili.
Yeah.
I'm a big chili guy.
You gotta put chili on.
I haven't tried a good chili though. So
A
like,
chili cheese dog? Oh.
I've never had that.
What?
I never had that. Mm-mm.
I think another factor that goes into how hot dogs are overrated is because so many people say if you have a good one. But I'm like, if all of them are good, then it would make sense. But if you have to go find a good one, then hot dogs are overrated. You can't just sit there and say any
Yeah.
hot dog's good.
You're not just gonna find one down here. I mean, I would think you find more stuff like that up north. You know. That's what at least that's what I heard.
It's hard to mess up a hamburger.
I mean, yeah, chili cheese dogs are like pretty popular up north.
Yeah, so that's
Only
how
I haven't seen any chili cheese dogs since I've like moved down to the south.
especially near like baseball cities and like
Oh, yeah.
when baseball.
Oh, yeah.
New York,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
Maryland, kind of.
Gotta put onions on it too, though. Gotta put onions on
I
it.
hate onions.
What?
Put onions on nothing.
Dude.
I hate onions. Unless they're like in some food. You
So
know?
like this disguised.
Yeah, exactly. And they add a little bit
Kinda
of
like
taste and
guacamole?
spice.
Guacamole goes fire.
Guacamole when you have onions mixed in, like that's the only place I can really eat tomatoes. I'm just not big on tomatoes. They're just weird to me.
See, I've always been a big tomato guy. Like I used to ask my mom to get me like little things of tomato, like you know the little circular.
Nah, you weren't one of those. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I'd be like,
crazy.
Mom, can you get me some cherry tomatoes? Kill them.
No.
Kill them in a day.
They make me
in an
throw
hour.
up. I throw up when I eat tomato.
No, I just can't eat it. Like I just don't like the juice. When I see the juice like getting out, I'm like,
It makes,
oh,
it makes
nah,
my face cringe.
it's not me. But if you mix in guacamole, I'm done.
Dude,
I like it.
guacamole on a cheeseburger, unmatched.
I've never had that.
Unmatched. I went to this restaurant in Anderson. It's called Tequila Picante, and they used to have. Unfortunately, they don't anymore. But they had this guacamole burger. It was wonderful, splendid, 10 out of 10. I don't know why they would get rid of that. It was the best thing. I would get it every time I went to. It was only like $10 too.
We do homemade guacamole on Taco Tuesday nights. We used to have Taco Tuesday nights like for the last year and a half, my family and I. And we used to do homemade guacamole. My mom, my sister, and her friend, which shout out to my sister, it's her birthday, so happy birthday. But those three, like my mom would make it first and like find it out from one of the local Mexican restaurants, like kind of learn from them would you make it, and then take that home, make it, and then taught my sister and her friend, and they made it as well. And it's so good. Homemade is so good. I don't know why. It's always a taste. No matter what is homemade, it's always good.
Yeah, exactly. Everything homemade is better.
Even
than
if it looks
nothing
like
homemade.
crap, like even if it's like a muffin that's sideways, halfway diagonal,
Yeah.
a cinnamon roll that poofed into a muffin, does not matter. It's going to taste better than anything else.
Exactly. It's homemade.
That affection of love that you, or the fact that you put the work
sprinkle
in
in.
to get that there.
Yeah.
It's like your own personal kid. Back to the start. Delicious snack right there.
Yeah, it's like your own kid. That's a great comparison. Homemade food is your kid, as your child.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next topic. We got stuck so much. I love those.
That's crazy.
These talks are always my favorite thing of the show. So we're gonna go from hot takes to now things we want to change for Clemson. This segment is called For the Love of Clemson. We've done it a few times here. We've had some very strong opinions on what we should change, but I want to hear from you guys, and I'm going to add my own if I can think of one real quick. What do you have that you would change to Clemson right now?
Parking. Change parking. We need more parking. So I stay in Calhoun, and there's like a good bit of area for parking, right? Like it's in Thornhill, so there's like 3 rows, whatever. But like sometimes I have to walk, I have to go all the way, probably like a 15-minute walk from my place because all of Thornhill is full. And then it's like, I think it's what is it, R1 and R2, which are like all the way down that street that is off of Thornhill and Calhoun. Sometimes I have to walk all the way from over there in the cold all the way to my place just to get back, you know?
Yeah.
And we just need at least a little bit more room.
So you're over by the football,
No.
right? Because isn't that
No.
the... No.
I'm right across, I'm like right across from Hendricks. Like where we're at right now.
Oh, right now?
I'm right across.
Oh,
like,
down
in
there, down the
Calhoun.
hill. I remember that. Okay.
So like, say that street
far
light,
walk.
that street light go all the way, and then there's another street light. Like it's like all the way down there.
You gotta walk that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like luckily, I get pretty lucky. I get pretty lucky.
you don't have to
and
use the car, do
I
you?
usually find spots in Thornhill.
Yeah.
But like my roommate, he'll go to the gym late or something, and he'll get back at like 10 or 11, and all of it totally full. So he has to park all the way down there in R2. Has to walk like 15 minutes.
Especially in game
just to
days,
get
too,
to our
right?
place.
Because like you guys don't have to move, but everyone on West Side, like I'm
Yeah.
over in the shoeboxes.
Yeah.
So everyone in my dorm that has a car always takes 30 minutes out of the day because they have to go move it. I mean,
Yep.
you move it all the way down to this side, and then you got to walk all the way back up.
See, yeah, like I'm glad that I don't have to do that, because I get the email every week, and I'm like, man, glad I don't have to listen to that, you know. But yeah, that's my number one probably. Especially for also like once I become like a commuter, I bet it's gonna be even worse, because like.
Because that parking garage is for freshmen, I think, right?
Yeah,
Everyone?
yeah, exactly. And that won't. I don't even know. That'll be done like, they said in like 2026.
Yeah.
I think.
Our graduating year.
So
will be
like,
ready.
yeah. So that'll be a while from now.
Someone said they should build one on top of the president's house. Just like going straight up, right above him. Just like
Just
attach
park on
it.
top. Just park on top.
Get a helicarrier.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Lord.
Kiana, do you have something you want to change about Clemson?
1,000%.
All right.
And I just there was an incident that happened this day, and this just randomly popped in my mind. But bathrooms. I kid you not. I get hit with a stink bomb from left field every day. Every time I come, I can't stand it. And it's one thing, because like the newer buildings, like I think it's Daniel Hall, it's open. Okay, there's 3 stalls, right?
Yeah.
And it could waft up, and then you don't have to smell it, right? Man, Serene has the worst bathrooms. I don't care what nobody says. I walked up in there today, had to take a little tingle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going in for
And-
quick business.
And I said this on my podcast, okay? I said, in the world of magical fairies and Tinkerbell, I can't stand. What is that? Cherry tomatoes have nicotine in them.
Taking a shot at Angelo. I don't really think that's real, but that's okay. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad. When I saw that pop up, I thought it was on our screen. I was like, there's nowhere the camera on our screen right now.
I was so confused. But back to the scenario. I walked up in Serene today because I had to take a tinkle. And
For a quickie?
yeah, yo, big pause. Hey, yo, big pause.
I was thinking of it. I couldn't. Okay, we're going to go with
Big
it.
pause, man. And this man, I walked in and I looked and I was like, because the walk just hit me. I mean, Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson, combo punch.
Yeah.
One uppercut, one to the stomach.
Taken aback.
Boy, what? I was down for the count, bro.
Dude, the face.
I was like Tyson Fury with Francis Ngannou. Dude, the stench just hit my nostrils. And I'm like, oh my God, have mercy. I mean, and then it was one thing, and I don't think he was in my class too, but man, he blew that toilet up. I mean, and me being me, I had to like put my shirt over my nose because I can't pee in that type of environment.
Oh, no.
I mean, I cannot.
No, you
It could be like some
focus.
Mission Impossible, hold your breath, swim to the end.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
literally holding my. I was counting in my head. I was like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and in the process, I was getting my winker out. And it was,
We You're right on the edge of family
You had to
friendly.
multitask just to get it done.
I mean, I have never. I mean, it's like
Like I had a to-do list in the bathroom.
literally, it's like swimming but holding your breath. I mean, it's impossible because either you're gonna have to sit there and take it, or you're gonna just have to hold your breath and just pass out.
And the worst part is that, at least with swimming, you know you can't breathe it. Here, you know you can breathe it. It just is awful. Like,
oh no!
Yeah.
it's torture. Like, you know you can breathe. You can survive
But sometimes
if you breathe it. But
you
it's,
cover your nose and you still smell it. You still get the little stench. You still get the little stench
It
creeping
goes.
in.
It goes through your shirt.
Yeah, the little odor.
There's only so
And
much.
it's-
a little odor.
There's only so much
escape it.
polyester and cotton can do
Yeah.
to help you
No,
out.
bro.
Yeah.
No, bro. But I feel like we just need better. And then the thing is, it's one stall too. It's one stall and then one urinal, and then the sinks are like 5 feet away from it. So I'm just like, dude, you gotta do better than that. And then half the time, naturally, my mouth is like open. So I always say, if I can taste a fart before I smell it, it's terrible.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If you can taste a fart, I'm telling you, you might as well just be uppercutted because that's gonna knock you out.
Oh my gosh.
Closing segment. I think we just need better ventilation systems and serene bathrooms. That's it.
And more Febreze.
Yeah.
I don't think Febreze was gonna do it.
They should just have like multiple cans of Febreze in every single bathroom.
Either that or have one of those automated ones that like go in.
Or like a toilet that flush every like 10 minutes. Somebody's sitting on it. Okay, I know this is getting off topic and it's like a little bit too much TMI.
Okay.
But like when you're out in
We're
public.
already gone past that. We're good.
Oh, 100%. When you're out in public, say you're going on like a long trip, and you got to take a number 2. I mean, bad. I mean, like your stomach's wrenching. Are you
Wrenching.
like when you go in
Really
that?
trying
So
to-
because you can't hold it. Like right now, you got explosive diarrhea. Like it's coming out 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
And you go into a bathroom. Are you sitting on that toilet or are you hovering?
I put toilet paper down.
Nah, that's crazy.
So you're gonna, if you are literally, it's about to come out of you, you're gonna take your time and put toilet paper on there.
It's not. I've done it so many
Because
times. that-
I probably will hover to start off and then eventually.
No.
Your legs get
Then
up?
eventually,
see-
take a little seat once it calms down.
The first-
once the waters have
But
calmed down.
you got to think though. There's like homeless people sitting on that.
see-
Nothing against homeless people, but
It's just people that may have not had as much protection against illnesses.
What's the type of bathroom though? Like what are we talking? a Circle K
I
bathroom?
mean down and dirty. I mean, if you step
So
foot
you're
in that,
telling me
it's-
Oh yeah, then I'm
you're in such a bad.
squatting. I'm squatting, hovering.
First thing is, I would never be in this situation because like I prepare before trips.
Nah,
I've just gotten to.
nah.
But if I was, I'm taking the time. I've gotten so good at taking like toilet paper and just putting it on top that I would be able to do it in 2 seconds. I'd walk in the door and before I close it, already have it ripped and like ready to go.
I just feel like I would feel so uncomfortable just sitting on that toilet.
That's why I'd put the toilet paper.
Nah, but that toilet paper, I feel like the germs would go through the toilet paper.
Unless you
you
gotta
can't
have
escape it.
you gotta have multiple layers if you're doing that.
But then like the
Little
bad
1, 2.
the bad
1,
thing
2,
about
and-
the bad thing about it though, like hovering, is like when you're like up, like if this is a toilet seat and this is your butt, the drop from that turd has to hit that toilet.
It does.
And but that backsplash goes crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you.
But regardless, you're gonna get it. Regardless, you're gonna get it, whether you sit down or not.
Mathematics.
It's a
right now.
given. It's a given.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, and I shoot up. Like a rocket. Boom! I was like, I cannot.
It's
have
like
that.
it's like
What do you call this, mathematics right now?
Oh, I'm telling you.
The trajectory of the thing is the driving.
I gotta calculate my speed in
recoil.
kilometers, bro, because I gotta
recoil.
hit. I gotta.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Oh my gosh.
off topic.
All right. No, you're fine. You're fine. So I'm gonna go to mine just so we can like change a little bit. I love the top, but it's just.
The recoil. That's crazy.
All right.
That's crazy.
So, I think I said earlier, I'm on the west side of campus. Andrew lives over in the east in Calhoun. I'm on the west in the shoeboxes. And one big problem I've had, and this happened actually between our last episode and now, I had a whole other thing prepared and I completely forgot it. But this one bothers me. All right. For the love of Clemson, can we please allow us to live our lives a little, allow us to celebrate a little? And the reason why I say this, because it's not going to make sense right now, a few of my roommates and I, floor mates, got out, and we're in Cope. It looks like a prison. It's nice, don't get me wrong. Like, we enjoy it because if you beat up a wall, it's like whatever. It's cinder blocks. But it's not the prettiest thing to look at, right? It's just straight cinder block, white walls. Both tables are wobbly, like they fit like you're sitting on a rocket ship or like a ship at heavy seas and you're just going back and forth.
It's not very aesthetically pleasing.
No, not at all. So we decided as a floor, Halloween's coming up, let's get some decorations. And we made sure we accounted for fire hazards. Now,
No way they didn't let you put them up.
we put them up. We put up a thing on the door. I can show you pictures. I can't really show it out to the camera, so I'll show you guys later. But like, we had a door cut out the window so you could see those little green doors where you can see out going into the stairwell. We put it on our side in the hall, just taped it up, little plastic things. They were like 98 cents. Put them up, so let them sit there. One said beware. One had a ghost with a pumpkin, so you kind of sit there and take a picture if you wanted. And then we went on. We got a wiener dog, blow up wiener dog. It said Happy Follow Wiener. It was great. It was 4 feet. It's like $16, right? Then we go and we put a paper ghost on top of a window. Now, people across the street were banned from putting stuff on their window in with like sticky notes. They were banned from doing sticky notes because they did some inappropriate pictures, and that was over in Gresset. So that was above court.
Hey, there we go.
Yes. And so what they did was they told us we couldn't put anything personal on our windows, like our personal windows. We couldn't put anything up with sticky notes. So we go on and we put up a paper ghost in the lounge window, and then we put red, like the red sticky stuff that you always see on the windows, and they were like blood hands. Put that up, and then we had the wiener dog, and we had a skeleton hanging from the roof, the skeleton from the Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
So we have this nice little setup. We're enjoying it. We have a little Happy Halloween banner on the right. 1 week in, everything's taken down. Everything's thrown away, taken down, and this is, now we're college students, so we're not the richest people in the world.
Yeah,
right?
that's your hard-earned
This was
money right
all
there.
like $25 to $30. Now we pulled together, which is nice, but still, we don't have a lot of money. We don't have any like reimbursement. Not
we're
many
all
of us have
broke college
jobs.
students,
Exactly. So the least you could do is at least take it down and let us reuse it somewhere else. Maybe put it up in our own room, like on a wall. No,
They didn't even let you know.
took it down.
They didn't even let you know.
We woke up one morning, everything's gone. And you know what the reason was? It's a fire hazard. Now, the window that we have on the 4th floor is glued shut. Absolutely. Screws are out, glued shut. You cannot open it. There is no way to open it. So how do we get out? We can't even break it with the chair. On top of that, the most fire hazardous thing in the room was the blow up follow wiener dog.
They could have just let you know.
They could have. No email, no nothing.
Nothing.
But the blow up follow wiener dog is constantly plugged in, blowing air. So that's the most fire hazardous thing in the whole room, and they left that up. They took down every other decoration because it was quote unquote a fire hazard and wasn't good. So we lost everything within a week.
That's boring.
So my whole point back into this, because it was a very long story, I'm just ranting. I've had this in my mind for 2 weeks now. The whole reason I point this is that I think they should allow us to give a little bit more leadway into what we can put on the walls. I get if you put stuff that's inappropriate, but if we're doing the season, like you know it's the season, they took it down before Halloween. Like we know it's the season. I just think you should let freshmen.
Yeah, I think
decorate.
that's just something. That's something on like in the shoe boxes or something. Cause like Calhoun, I mean I have like a you know the blow up like guys that like
with the car wash, yeah.
Yeah, so like I have I have a little thing of those in our place, and like our RA has been in our place, never said anything about it being a fire hazard. We had stuff like all on our door for Halloween. We had stuff on our window for Halloween. And like everything, so like I don't know what's going on in the shoe boxes, cause like we had a little Halloween contest and everything, like in our little apartment like area.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That doesn't make much sense. And no warning.
No warning.
No warning. Just
no email.
You wake up one day, it's all gone.
Yeah, we were just told.
You don't even know who to ask. You don't even know who to ask what happened.
Our RCA was okay. Our RCM was okay with it. He was fine. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's okay. I mean, as long as you leave the windows open, make sure it's not like preventing just in case if the window could open, which the window can. I mean, it's a piece of paper that's sitting on that wasn't even glued to the frame. It was just glued to the window part, and you can still see through it.
And it's all like cheap stuff. It's not like you can't just like.
It's not like we
just can't
painted.
take it down in 2 seconds, like if you really need to. I mean, they did.
Yeah, they ripped it down
so-
in 7 a.m.
Yeah.
and like whatever it was. So I don't know. That was my. Do you had any?
I think that's just wild.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Either way, it's only a year. We're good.
Sure.
We're gonna try and put up some Christmas decorations. We're gonna put a hat on the.
You have to come back with something.
We gotta do something.
And then you have to stay up all night and watch.
Put a camera in.
Take turns.
Like we're hunting
You
Bigfoot.
go to sleep. I'll stay lookout. And then if anybody comes, you know who done it.
Oh yeah. Like we're watching Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Watching Bigfoot.
Put a camera out, like we're deer hunting.
Yeah, you're hunting.
All right, so I'm looking back at our script. So for the last segment, this is one of my favorite. I always love doing this one because it's the reactions. So we're gonna do the last segment, which is called the B list. And if you don't remember from the last episode or 2 episodes ago, whatever we had, it's where I give out a list of my 4 worst, useless, whatever it may be. It's like the 4 bottom. If you ever watch First Take, there's a Stephen A list, which is his top 5 of whatever it is. Well, this is my bottom 4 of a topic that I choose. So the topic that I chose, because our last segment, or our last show, talked about sloths, and we had a little bit of a comment between us, we were all arguing about what was their use, which inspired me to think of this segment, or this topic, which is the most useless animals in the world right now. So I made a list, my top 4, bottom 4, and I'm going to start with 4. Now, 4 to 1. So 1's the most useless animal, in my opinion, in the world. Okay? So I'm going to start with 4. At my 4, I have, and I hate this because I love these animals, I just don't get their use, a giraffe. I just don't see the use. They're tall, they eat trees. Yeah, they're food for other animals, but they're also other foods as you get. Like if you think of a lion, they never really hunt a giraffe as much as you hear them hunting gazelle or like antelope or whatever. So to me, I just don't see their use. I love them. They're cute. You know, they're great to look at.
Yeah.
I just don't see their use. So that's my 4. My 3rd is what we brought up, the sloth. I see no use for a sloth. I mean, there's actually like a stat that.
What does a sloth do?
Exactly. It's slow. It doesn't do anything. There are bursts of energy.
They literally sleep like all the time.
Not only that, they don't even go to the bathroom in the trees. They get down to the ground. So like 85%, I think is what I had looked up. I don't remember the exact number. This was a while ago.
Oh, you were looking at
85. Someone told me about this. 85%. I did not look this up. Someone told me on my floor. 85% of sloths that die are killed by predators when they're going to the bathroom. Tell me that is not useless.
So you're telling me they got caught lacking
Yeah.
one
Yeah. I mean, they'll get picked up.
That's kind of sad.
They'll get picked up by eagles, by birds. Like, they'll get killed by animals on the ground that kill them and like eat them. But like, at least a large majority is that sloths get killed when they go to the bathroom. Like, that is useless to me. I don't get it. I just don't see it. They're cute. Don't get me wrong. They're cute. They're just useless. I just don't see it. You can have a favorite animal of that. I just don't understand. So my second one is an anglerfish. This is my second most useless.
That was
Angler.
That was my
Ever watch-
reaction.
What is that?
I had to look this up.
Anglerfish.
Have you ever watched Nemo?
Yeah.
Do you remember the fish in the deep with the light bulb?
Yeah.
What's the point of them?
They're scary.
I mean,
Really
it
scary.
was
Like if I ever saw one,
What eats it? What doesn't eat it?
can it eat me? Or are they
Probably.
small?
They're like this big.
Oh.
They got little
They-
lamb.
No, they
What's their
don't they have sharp teeth though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they could.
I mean,
no, they can hit you, but like, what's the point of them being alive? Like, that's kind of what this whole thing is. It's like, what's the point of them being here?
Maybe
now there could be
they-
answers, but to me, this is just a useless animal. Like,
I don't know.
what do you do with it?
Maybe
we don't
it
catch
just
it.
Eats a lot of stuff in the waters.
How do we even know if it's real? We only saw it in a Finding Nemo movie
Yeah.
where the fish talk.
I've never seen one, so
I don't know. They're also very deep in the
we'll have to go
dark.
deep sea diving, I guess.
nah,
see
y'all can
what
keep
they
that
do.
one.
take-
I'll step here on the land.
Yeah, I'm not going down. Okay, so now my most useless animal in the world, in my opinion, and this
Number
might come as no
one.
shock, a blobfish.
Yeah.
So you got 2 fishes in
Yeah.
the top 2.
What's their use? No one eats a blobfish. It's too disgusting to eat, too disgusting to look at, too disgusting to even be found. Like, what does a blobfish do?
Where have you ever seen a blobfish?
I've seen it online. They like take it out. Someone caught it. I don't know who caught it, but it was like a ocean testing group or whatever, when they like get new fish, and they found one. It literally looks like someone just sneezed up or coughed up a loogie.
Yeah. It does. It does. Like it looks like the loogies I spit out in the morning. You know?
Like it's just there.
Hack them up and,
And it's
then
just
they
sitting there
come
like
out
this,
like
like
that.
it's like
I did.
it does not look good. I just don't get the point. Like
No.
there's nothing there.
Like nobody would eat it. Nobody would touch it. Well, maybe people would touch it because it's kind of
It's weird.
like you could just a little just
Like a
see what it
stress-
feels like.
Is it like an octopus's stress ball? Like
Yeah, or like is it like super jiggly?
I don't get it. I don't understand what
Like,
it
can you
is.
flick it and you just
Is it just made of
ripples?
Like it drools. Like
Or how
I'm
heavy
sorry,
is
they're-
it? How heavy is it? That's the real question.
That's a good question. I think it's like this big.
So they're kind of,
They're chunky.
yeah.
They're there.
I mean, the blobfish is a very good name for a blobfish.
it's just I don't get their point.
But yeah, no.
I understand what you mean.
I mean,
So, like-
they probably just like do they? I don't even know.
They just sit at the bottom. I don't even think
Yeah,
they
they
swim.
sit at the bottom,
I don't
right?
think they swim.
Because like no way they're swimming. I haven't. They're just like a lard.
That's it. Like they
the
have
bottom
fins,
of the
but they don't
ocean.
use them. There's just nothing
Yeah.
there. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up my top 4, and then you guys give me some more of your opinions about it if you have any more. 4 is a giraffe, 3 is a sloth, 2 is an anglerfish, the light bulb fish, and 1 is a blobfish. So that is my top 4. Do you guys have any other opinions on them? Because I just don't see the use of any of these animals.
I may have to slip one in there. Are insects considered an animal?
I
Because
don't think so.
Yeah. What else would they be though?
they
Their own
wouldn't be-
category.
I mean, yeah, but like,
Aren't they like?
but there's multiple categories for animals.
Yeah.
True.
Like you got amphibians, you got reptiles, you got
Oh, that is very true.
Okay, so if we're going to consider insects
just like every insect.
being
ever.
an animal, okay, mosquito might be the top animal that is useless. Because let me tell you, I'm not no blood bank. I don't get bit by vampires every day. But man, I hate to be bitten by a mosquito.
Yeah.
And here's why. If I wanted to be Bumpelstiltskin, I would get injections like every other weird person in America. I don't like mosquitoes. They just bite you for no reason. I don't like being bitten. I just don't. And I feel like they're useless at that point because they can give you a disease. So I try to keep it to a minimum.
Well, I saw that actually. Technically, we were a bunch of fathers or mothers to insects, to like mosquito babies, because they use our blood to make eggs. But again, what's the purpose? Like you just make more to come bite
Exactly.
us. Like
Exactly.
Literally.
there's no use. There's no purpose.
And you know what I think? I think that's cannibalism. You're telling me you're
They're
biting
eating
me?
humans
They're close enough.
slowly.
They're making their own
by
children to
one.
come
It's
back and bite us.
essentially,
We're
it's
their
essentially
creators.
like, it's.
That's wild.
I feel
To
like
me, that's just wild.
most insects are pretty useless though.
Well,
Like just as a
There's
whole.
some that are important.
Yeah,
You think about, like, ants,
some do things for the environment.
But like, why do we need
most-
15,000 types of spiders?
Yeah,
What?
and like,
Don't get it. Like there's like 700.
why do we
venomous
need to
and-
have so many mosquitoes?
I don't know.
That's what I was.
It's messed up,
But
especially if you got juicy blood like me.
I know they just
get
find
me all the time.
They find me.
They
out of
get me
nowhere.
all the time.
I don't get it.
All
It's
the
like
time.
it's like my their heat-seeking missile for
Yeah,
my blood.
exactly.
I'm like, I can't do this. Have you ever seen the video? There's a cartoon video of them like getting prepped, and they're like the army, and they go out flying. Have you ever seen those? Those are like it's like the 70s cartoon. I saw it on Instagram one time as a reel.
I've seen
that's
stuff like
funniest
that in the Bee movie though,
Yeah, I did.
where they all just ride out.
B movie goes
That's
crazy.
kind of sick.
I could watch that.
Yeah,
tonight,
I'd want
honestly.
to be a bee.
Bee
for
movie
sure.
is fun.
100%. But you know when they
It only lasts a
somebody,
day.
they
Or
die.
die.
Yeah.
It only lasts a day too. I'd rather be like a yellow jacket. That'd be sick. Or a wasp.
That's so.
I like yellow jacket better. Yellow jacket's like, wow.
I'd rather be like a butterfly or something, you know.
And on that note, but I think this. I love that. That's a perfect way to end our segment, or our show, because that is exactly how this whole show has been. Just random comments that have been pieced together to make good content that you guys. I don't know how, but you guys enjoy it, which is great for us. We love it. So I think that gives it for our show. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm so happy to have Angelo have his first debut. Keanu, keep up the streak, 2 in a row, and we'll see you guys next show, which we believe will be next week. So peace out.